Hey guys, today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about SEO. This is basically the technique which we use to increase someone's visibility on search engines. So SEO stands for search engine optimization. It's basically my line of work. I'm an SEO specialist and I get most of my customers either from SEO or from word of mouth. In fact, I get all of them from that because I don't do advertising anymore. But in the early days, I needed to advertise a little bit. But anyway, very, very importantly, first of all, when it comes to your homepage, you want to have a lot of information on it. There's quite a few websites I've been on. They've only got a couple of hundred words on their homepage. It's going to make it hard to rank. So you want an introduction to your company, what you do, the services you provide, and you can have a picture or two here and there. But I like to have a capture form directly there on the page. And the main reason I do that is because if you've got like a chat bot or something like that on the site, if someone sends something into a chat bot, they get an AI response or they don't get an immediate response, they're going elsewhere. But if you use it like a contact form on your main thing, you have captured someone, they're like, okay, I've reached out, I'm done. And then they're waiting for you to contact them. That's a hot lead, but that's not really SEO related. But so when it comes to your homepage, you want every single one of the different services your company provides. Let's say you're an accountant, you want all of your tax, like the tax services you do, the accounting services, and you can even have like a little section dedicated to some of the blogs that you've written, things like that. And also, you will want a separate page on your website that they can access through the top menu. You'll want a separate page on each of these services which you will link back to from the main page on your website. Okay, this is really, really important because it will help the search engine realize, okay, you're referencing all of this content. So when it comes down to it, I have two things that I generally do for companies after I've sorted this sort of thing out, and that is I write two different kinds of blog. So the first of all, I create what I call like micro blogs. Now micro blogs are very, very small, they're short, and they are usually around 200 to 400 words. And these micro blogs, they aren't designed to rank on a search engine. Okay, they can help a little bit, but they are not competition for a search engine. These blogs are designed to be posted regularly to social media. And if you have like 20 blogs which have got what we call evergreen content on them, evergreen content is basically content that you can use again and again and again and again. When you've got some blogs like this, you've got like 20 of them, you can put one out a week. Even if you use like a post cycling thing, like I use Content Studio for it, I just put up an automation, you've got one blog going out per week, boof, 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 boof. And that will occasionally get people coming in. And that means that every couple of months, every couple of months that pass, that content's always going to be generating a little bit of traffic from your socials. So when we come down to it, the power blogs, I would say, I used to say like 1,500 words, but I've noticed that if you're doing like 3,000 words, something like that, 4,000 words, I've got a 7,000 word blog, which gets me a load of customers. This is a page one blog of Google for a really, really well searched term. I put a lot of time and effort into that blog, but the thing is, considering most of my traffic comes in from that blog, it's netting me a huge amount of income for just spending a little bit more time working on it. So in these blogs, you can detail all sorts of different things. So let's say I work with quite a number of Indian restaurants. So let's say you've got a blog on, say, chicken tikka or jalfrezis, things like that. These other blogs can also be added into your social content, but if you've got a huge amount of information, have like the health benefits of these different things, this is really, really beneficial. If you're a legal company, you do law, going into great legal depth with specific cases is really, really good. It will help search engines realize that actually you're competent and you're good at doing this job. But the most important thing is, do not use recycled content that other people have got. Do not use AI. You want to avoid these. Why not use AI? AI is there to help us. Yeah, but it's at war with search engines because with the way that AI is going, search engines are going to be redundant. So you can bet your bottom dollar that AI related content is not going to go as well as regular content. I mean, I've run tests on this over time, and it just doesn't do as well as content that you will write yourself. So spending the time and energy to actually produce good content is worth it. Now, some of my sites are getting a couple of thousand views a month because of different blogs that I've done. There's a couple of different companies out there that I've written blogs for. There's medical blogs that I've done, and those ones, some of them have got like 8,000, 9,000 views a month. That's a lot of views, right? That is a huge amount. That's more than I get on my stuff. And the thing is, that's because these are big companies. Unfortunately, NDA. But the most important thing is that when it comes down to it, you want to be putting a little bit of time and effort into creating these things. And it doesn't take a lot. Let's say if you've got no customers and things, this is a great way to get people in. The first month, my first month when I was starting my business out, I wasn't doing anything other than writing blogs. I was just like content. I wrote a huge amount of content before I moved out of the company that I was working with, and I was just writing all of this stuff down, and as soon as everything came up, I put these blogs out, linked them all together, and within a couple of weeks, maybe 2 months, there were people contacting me because of the content in my blogs. So the most important thing is you need to take the time and energy to do this. And it might feel like you're not moving forwards, but you check back on your website in a couple of months' time. If you've written a couple of blogs that are a few thousand words each, all right, you're going to get people coming to your website. Now, very, very important. At the bottom of each blog, you've got to have a little bit of information about your company, what you do and everything. Make it different for each blog. You don't have the same information at the end of each blog. It's not good. It's a really bad practice. So if you're putting your own content out there and you've got information about your company, maybe linking into your specific services from those blogs, this is really, really good, because when your website is being crawled, that's when they send the little crawler to go and scan everything. So when your website's being crawled, it can see all of these internal linking structures, and it can say, okay, there's a lot of information here which links your company together. It is really, really worth it. You can get thousands of people onto your website. It is going to take time and it's going to take effort. You're going to want to, you're probably not going to see anything for the first 10, 20 blogs that you do. All right. Give it a few months, then you'll see an increase. But ideally, you want to keep things in mind, like your catchment area. So let's say you've got a small business and you've got like a 15-mile catchment area where you believe people will come from 15 miles. So look at all of your local towns and write a page based towards that town, and have like directions to your company, how to find the company, information like that, how they can get in contact with you if they need something, and have that in the blog as well. So it's really, really good, because that will help localize your business and get everything out there. Now, these kind of things can also be posted to your Facebook, things like that. That's also good, because social traffic will help. But ultimately, what you want is people coming onto your website with no effort from you. And unfortunately, it takes blood, sweat and tears to get there. My recommendation to anyone out there who is interested in increasing the power of their website, just start writing. It sucks at first, believe me. It's like, I'm someone who's dyslexic. So it's like, when I started out, it was an absolute nightmare, but you can do it. You just got to believe that you can do it. Make it a pact with yourself. Let's say you run a Chinese restaurant or an Italian restaurant. Yeah, I work with an Italian restaurant at the moment. Work with a Chinese as well. But the important thing is like, if I talk about I have a blog based on every single pizza that they do, and I create that for them, it's going to be much easier when people are looking for specific Italian food in the area, because all of these different search engines are using location information now. It makes everything really, really easy to find. So it's like if somebody wants a special, say a carbonara dish, or they want anything, a margarita pizza. Let's keep it real simple, right? Not like no quattro stagioni or whatever, a calzone pizza, every single type of thing that you do, if you've got a blog dedicated to it, you've got information in your local area. That way, if someone says, oh man, I really fancy a kebab tonight, it's like the search engine's going to see, okay, this company's got like 5 blogs based with different kebabs, from your standard kebab to sheet kebab. You won't get that in a normal kebab shop, but you've got blogs dedicated to each of those, and they've got information about the local area in them as well. It will say, aha, this company does this. So that's a way of getting your stuff out. It's really, really useful. It's like, I don't know, you pick any business. It's like counselling services in your town here. It's like as soon as you go to the town of your town here, it's like you go on Google and look up, it's like, oh my god, I think I need counselling. This is me in a nutshell, basically. But you go to any place and you've got that localizing information in there, and you've got that over several different blogs. These web crawlers, they will get this information and they'll put it up there so that it appears on the search engine. It's really, really invaluable. Anyway, I've whittled and rambled for long enough today on SEO. I hope this has been helpful. You have a lovely day. Bye.